Hello, APMA. It's that time for me to play a new game. Now, I was massively looking forward to this game, and I'm not going to beat you around the bush, okay? I'm not going to lead you astray on this one. This game is shite. And when I say shite, I don't mean the concept of the game is bad. I mean everything in execution is rank. The frame rate on the console was locked to 30, which if you're not a big gamer, you won't really give a fuck about. But it means that you can't really play it smoothly. Now, you can play it at obviously extended frame rates on PC, but I've got it on Xbox because of Game Pass. So I thought I'd try it out on Xbox, and it is shite. Everything about this game screams shite. The enemy variety is shite. The animations are shite. The environments, some of them look pretty passable, but they're shite. The frame rate is shite. But I'm playing it because it's free. Well, it's not free. I pay £10.99 a month for it. Xbox sort of acts. But in all seriousness, I am concerned that a studio that created Dishonored 1 and 2 and Prey produced this. I mean, I did play Deathloop, which was their last game. I'm pretty sure that was their last game, which came out like a couple of years ago. Just, it got a 10 from IGN. So let's just say I should have seen the writing on the wall with that one and realised that it weren't a 10, because I just didn't like the game. The premise was interesting, but the game was just a bit boring and just didn't hit the mark at all. And unfortunately, this game is worse than Deathloop. I'll play a bit of it just because there might be a few of you out there who have got morbid curiosity about this game, me included. I played the game after seeing multiple reviews say it was shit, so I've really got only myself to blame for even spending time playing this absolute arsehole of a game. Jesus, the music. I've played probably about an hour or so of the game. Let me just get in the settings because I can tell already the audio is just too loud. Oh shit, you gotta press. It's one of these ones you got. You know what I mean? Why? Just let me go straight to the scroller. Put that down to 70. Don't want a 69. Kill me. Sound effects, turn that down because I've had enough. Can I not? Yes, okay. Right, I can do that. I'll put it down to 50. Dialogue is just wank, so I'm putting that down like 28 because I can't be arsed. Cinematic volume, get that down as close to 50 as I possibly can. I'm assuming if I press B it saves them. Right. Okay. So, I mean, you can already tell the frame rate's just not great. What weapons have I got? Shotty, a pistol, and a sniper. Now, you can choose one of 4 characters at the moment. They all have special abilities. Some of them are truly pointless. But I've chosen the sniper. I haven't actually seen his special ability yet. I know he's got a raven or some sort of bird that he sends out, and it can mark enemies and that, which is cool. But the game just feels empty. Like, for example, there's no cutscenes in the game. Everything is like a freeze frame with speech over the top of it, and it moves like it moves around the scene. Everyone's still. There's overlapping audio. Some of the voice acting is okay. Some of it is bad, and then some of it is alright. But you just don't feel anything playing this game. I feel numb, and that's not because I've taken any drugs. What's in Lost and Found? Oh, this another thing. The currency on this game makes no sense. You basically pick up like tools, spare parts, random stuff. It's just I haven't played enough of it, maybe, for it to make any sense. But to me, it doesn't make sense. A gun shop in here.
You ain't
Just
spying
like
on us, right?
the
I've got my
the
eye
dialogue
on
is
you.
just awful. Like,
Very funny.
why put him there if you're not going to allow me to speak to him?
Bye, Jacob.
Ugh. Let's get out of this place. I just want to show you quickly how bad. I don't want to shit on the game just because it's, it's not great. I mean, it's not terrible. It's not like... Well, it is shit. It's shit. It's not like a 1 out of 10, right? But it's no more than a 4 or a 5. If you really, really, really got a vampire fetish, might just scrape a 6. But I ain't one of those people, so it's below a 5 for me. The world is entirely empty. Just nothing in it to do apart from kill vampires and shoot some random people who devoted to the vampires or in support of the vampires. It's just bad. There's a lot of the massive frame rate issue with this game is just it looks bad at 30 FPS, and apparently 60 FPS is coming in an update. But who the fuck's going to be playing this game for that actually to be worthwhile doing? There's texture pop-ins everywhere. The trees just... it looks like something out of a mid to late Xbox 360 game. Like during that console cycle. I don't understand the crosshairs on this game. Why? It's just the stupid things like this. Why is it an X? Why? It doesn't make any sense. Like this pistol, why is the crosshair an X? The game is really easy as well. I think I've got this on like the medium difficulty, but you can just like take people out with one shot. I'm literally not even gonna run. Just look at the AI. Look at this. Oh, I'm taking some damage. Let's go. You're dead. You're dead. Well, he's not dead yet. Do you know what I mean? But I shouldn't be able to do this on the medium difficulty. Oh, he's in the bushes there. It's just not the one. So I have to hold that to heal. The only reason I don't know that is because I haven't had to heal on this game yet, and I've been playing it for an hour plus. It's just... I really wanted to like this game, and I really liked the idea of killing some vampires and that. Do you know what I mean? But it's just poor. Look at the trees and that popping over there. Look, if I walk forward, the trees suddenly come in. I'll shoot at it. I'm looking at that tree there, yeah? Right, they're going to start shooting at me now. They won't hit me from here. But, look, I'll walk forward, in it comes. And it's going to fade. There you go. That's just poor. That's just shit. That's just shit! There's no other way of putting it. It is shit. And it's a shame. It is a shame because I don't even know if you could argue that they didn't have enough time on the game to make it better than this. But this is what it is. I absolutely just pray that Starfield doesn't end up like this. I really hope that it doesn't. Look at them. They're just grouping up here. Look, what the fuck is this?
You hear me? Show yourself.
This is the thing that really just draws the game back the most, is probably the AI. The AI in this game is beyond fucked in the head. Like, I'm inches away from them. None of them can hit a barn door. I mean, pretty much like me in any single player, any FPS role. Throwing grenades. Every single headshot is basically a one-shot kill, which is fair enough if they're not on a very hard difficulty, but the only difficulty modifier basically on this game is it makes them a bullet sponge, and even on that difficulty, they're still pretty easy to kill. But people criticize games like Far Cry for being basically liberate this outpost, blah blah blah, rinse and repeat. This is worse than that because there is nothing to do other than the story missions, and there's no real as of yet. I've only played like an hour and a half, but it doesn't progress anything. There's no actual drive in the story. For me, it just doesn't make any sense, both from a story perspective or a gameplay perspective. It's almost like they thought, let's do a game with vampires in it. That would be cool. And then, like, 4 months away from release, like, are we going to sort the story out for the game? Or are we just going to keep it that there's vampires and that in it? You know what I mean? That'd be good. Shall I show you my ability with... I'm assuming this is some sort of crow or raven. I don't know my birds. Any birds experts out there, give us a hand. Right, so if I do this, he'll fly over there.
Make yourself useful.
And he'll mark the enemies for me. That's brilliant, that. Also, like, the shooting isn't bad, but it's not great. And I know that's not what probably make or break a game usually. Oh my god, look at the state of this. It doesn't make or break a game necessarily in the same vein as what Arkane normally make, but this is it's just not great. It's not bad, but it's not good. I will show you how bad the AI is, right. He's going to fall off the edge. Oh, if we can get him to fall off the edge, that'd be brilliant. Oh, that's it. I died. That's I'm embarrassed for myself. I'm embarrassed for you watching me be embarrassed. Jesus. I don't actually know what happens when you die. Do you spawn back to... Yeah, I thought you might. Fair play. First time I've died, playing it for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. So, yeah. I don't know why this was released. I mean, you do have to worry a bit about certain decisions being made, because this isn't like a low-level studio. What the fuck is that? What is that lighting? Why is that strobing? What is with these shadows, man? Is it meant to be the trees flickering and the light flickering through the trees? Because it just doesn't work. But this isn't like a low-level studio. This is a very well-respected studio within a massive company, which is ZeniMax, which owns Bethesda. This is a big game, but it's like almost it looks like it's been hapdashed, slapped up, pushed out for release when it's not ready, but it's had delays, which is confusing. Like, it doesn't make any sense why it's this bad. And I honestly do not believe that this team believed in this game. I refuse to believe it. Unless there's been a mass exodus, I must admit, I don't keep up a lot with the the personnel changes at certain studios. But you would have thought, surely there should have been someone there. Like, look, guys, this just really isn't up to it. This really is not what we should be putting out. And this is like, I've got an Xbox, right? That's the console that I have. I have a PC as well, so I play PC games and Xbox games. This is like the one big release that Xbox had in the first half of this year. And it's just shite. I've said shite so many times, but I don't really know how else to explain it to you. You can see from this, I will walk forwards and you will see the pop-in to actual live and fuck when I walk forwards. You'll just see it. You'll see stuff just pop in, like windows there. Look, what is that happening? I'll aim with it on screen because I'm pointing at it and you can't even see it. What is that? What is that for walk forwards? Both popping in. What? That is something that should be picked up. Surely. Alright, you might say it's a cosmetic thing. It is a cosmetic thing. But this is meant to be like the big release for Xbox in the first half of this year. And it's just woeful, man. It's just terrible. The environments are at best okay. The lighting is, as we've seen, poor. The texture pop-ins are that frequent and that noticeable that they could not have given less of a fuck about the texture pop-ins. I've already described the AI as shite. I mean, what is that about? What is that about? My shooting isn't great, to be honest. I mean, I'm not great at first person shooters. But it's going to take a lot for me to die against this. Our first vampire. Oh, the interesting thing, kind of, about the vampires is you can't just kill them with guns. You've got to stake them. But even the animation of staking them, literally, the thing you have to do to kill every single vampire in the game to eliminate them, because if you don't do that, they come back full health, right? Every single time you want to kill them, you've got to stake them, right? The animation for it works probably about 2 times out of 10. You are stabbing the ground, you're stabbing thin air, and then it just disintegrate. And plus, there's like 2 or 3 animations every time that you go to stake them. So something you've got to do probably hundreds, maybe if you play it enough, thousands of times, you'll get about 3 animations. So it'll just cycle through the same animations that we've already seen are poorly done. It's just something that you can't escape. There's no story, there's no gameplay hooks, there's no animation, there's no artistry, there's no atmosphere, there's nothing that can make up for it because there's just fuck all about it. What's he got in here? Travel bag. Sniper ammo. Sick. What's this? Oh, that's another thing. Like, pretty much the only bits of story that are actually worth anything seem to be given to you through notes you find in the world. And that's just accepted as, well, that's what you deserve. Wow, I'm terrible at this. See it, know what I mean? Heal. Amazing. I don't know when they're going to patch stuff. I don't know. I don't know if they've even released plans to do that. But I honestly don't think it's worth them even bothering. I don't think anyone will be playing the game. You will have to be the most die-hard of fans for this to ever be worth you playing. I mean, I can literally sprint and shoot. Let's see if it does it again. Just doesn't make sense. Like, it doesn't make any feasible sense for that to happen. But yeah, I'm marking this a bit too highly on first-person shooting, but it is a first-person shooter. It's not great. It's really just not worth your time. But it's maybe not. It's not even worth your time watching me say it's not worth your time. Yeah, do you know what I mean? But yeah, it's a massive disappointment. Massive disappointment. And there's no, like I said, there's no way they can improve it. There's no way they can improve it to a point where it will be actually a viable game for anyone other than people who are mentally deranged. It's like I've done nothing on this game. I've been recording now for what, 20 minutes or so. I've done nothing on this game, and I feel like it's a chore to even show you how bad this game is a chore. I literally, when I played this for the first time, I wanted to believe that the reviews that I'd seen for it were too critical, too harsh. I wanted to believe that there were people who were just shitting on the game because they wanted to shit on the game. But they were right. This game is horrific. It's really bad. Maybe I'm using a bit too much hyperbole, if that's right. Maybe it's not a 0 or a 1 out of 10. Granted, the game is a game, and it runs to a certain extent like a game. But everything else is bad. The characters, I haven't played any other characters, but I've seen other characters. There's a guy who uses like a teleportation device. You can throw it into an area that you can't get to, and then you teleport into it and you can teleport back to where you were. There's another woman called Layla who she has like some ability to lift herself and other people into the air like quite high. But if you've got the guy who can teleport, for me, just thinking about it, I haven't used it in practice or seen much gameplay of it, but just thinking about it, if I can teleport to and from where I'm standing and where I want to go and then back again, why would I use Layla? Unless there was a really high point in which I couldn't throw the teleportation device through a window or something, then I'd want to use Layla. And obviously, I'm guessing that's something you can do. You can combine, have your mate play, which is meant to be co-op, by the way, as well. You can play with up to, obviously, 3 friends and yourself. But I'm guessing that you would be able to combine that, have Layla lift you up, and then you throw the teleportation device in and then go back. But it's just, it doesn't seem very well thought out, and it's just a really, really poorly done game. I mean, look, just even the oil effects on the floor look terrible. The cars look overly generic. Completely generic. And I rate the fact that you can go into like houses and that, you can go into these sort of areas, but that's basic sort of stuff, man. The interiors don't look too bad. But when you come up against enemies, right, these are vampires. They're meant to be pretty fucking ominous enemies, right? This is what you're fucking dealing with. You're dealing with AI that might as well not even be in the game. I just don't get it. don't get how you can be this bad.
This one is mine.
It's just a real fucking chore to even bother playing this game. It's terrible. Experience-wise, it's a terrible experience. And I don't recommend you play it. I'm here to tell you not to play it, for definite. I mean, there was many people before me telling me not to play it, but I ignored that. I'm telling you, don't ignore it. Don't play this game. Unless you really, really, really hate yourself, play the game. Oh, well. I think you've seen enough. I think I've definitely seen enough. And I won't be returning to this game. This will be deleted straight after this video. So enjoy that. And I like I said before, I'm a massive fan of Bethesda. My Fallout games, Elder Scrolls, that's my go-to. I really hope, I'm so interested and dare I say it, hyped for Starfield. I really hope that none of this shit slips into that game. I don't. Bethesda are known for bugs, right? I'm not necessarily worried about missions or quests being broken. That is a pretty much standard thing for their games. Not saying it's good, not saying it should be accepted, but that's what fucking happens, right? I can accept that happening in Starfield because I'm just used to it. It shouldn't be there, but I'm used to it. If any of this sort of shit happens, like the lighting being poor, the fucking popping in of textures are woefully done. If that happens, and the frame rate's 30, and the fucking AI shite, then I really do think that there's going to be changes at Xbox because they can't have another fucking year. They can't have another Halo Infinite on their hands. It just can't happen because if it does, it just looks poor. Like no one's there to build the games properly anyway. But yeah, that's enough. I've had enough. You've had enough, I'm sure. Just stay safe, stay away from this game. I'm sure there's plenty of other games to play unless you're on Xbox. I don't know what you're going to play. I don't know what you're going to play. But, yeah, maybe if you haven't... This will be a good thing to say. If you haven't checked out Arkane's other games, or Arkane Austin's other games, check out Prey. If you're interested in, like, the kind of horror-ish, thriller, survival games. That's quite cool. If you like exploration, different kind of ways of getting around, traversing, and giving you options on how you can complete quests, I'd give Dishonored 1 definitely a go, and Dishonored 2. I remember, I think it was in Dishonored 1, you could you've got a target to assassinate. You've got an assassinated target. I'm sure it was Dishonored 1. You could basically beam into a rat to get into like a sewer or a vent, something, and you could go round and you could get to the target that way. And it's just like, what? That's so cool. That's so cool. And in this, there's zero of that creativity. Basically, they marketed the game around you choosing a path. You can either go you can go round the back, go through a side door that's inexplicably unguarded. You can go guns blazing through the front, or you can go up high and jump down. You know, they gave you the illusion of choice. It wasn't really a choice. It was just like, well, you go guns blazing, or you go through the back door guns blazing, or you jump down from high up guns blazing. It's just a real poor showing, and they've admitted it, that it's not great for them. It doesn't look good for them, and I would imagine this game is performed very poorly. So let's just hope lessons are learned, but I'm sure they won't be. But they kind of have to be with Xbox, because I feel like people's patience is wearing thin, would probably be an understatement. But thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed. I just wanted to give you my opinions on Redfall. It's not good. It's not looking good, Brev, as people do say in the Twitter sphere, in the YouTube sphere, in any sphere. But I'll leave you now, because it's been half an hour, and I'm sure I've wasted enough of your time as I've wasted enough of my time. Thanks for joining me. Up the APMA, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye for now.